Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Of course you're doing well, because there's only one more sleep until that big game tomorrow night against Sevilla at the London Stadium, and for the London Stadium, in my opinion. I'm going to do my best in this video to explain why I think it's a massive night for the actual London Stadium. Sounds weird that, doesn't it, since it's a huge game for a ground, but it is in my opinion, and that's where I need to do a little bit of clarity here. It's my opinion only. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone else, this is just my opinion. It's going to be a difficult one to explain, because usually if I do a video, I just assume you know what I'm on about. So, say I was going to do a video as to why I think Ben Johnson's a better left back than right back. You may not agree with me, but you'll get where I'm coming from at least. Anyway, let's get on with it, won't we? Because we know tomorrow night's a huge game against Sevilla for West Ham United Football Club, for the players, for the fan base, for the staff, but I think it is for the London Stadium too. For me, it's a big game for the London Stadium, so it becomes a bit more like home to me. Now, instant reaction from some of you, I know, will be, come on Gio, the Bowling Ground's been gone for 6 years. 6 years! It's been gone for 6 years this summer. Does not feel like we moved 6 years ago. That's gone quick, hasn't it? I don't think it's helped that we've missed about a year and a half because of COVID. We weren't allowed at the actual ground, but it certainly doesn't feel 6 years ago we moved in. Crikey. That means I met Gonzo 6 years ago. It's a long time. What was I saying before I got distracted? Yes, some of you will be saying, come on, the Bowling Ground's gone now, get over it. That's not necessarily the problem here. I am over it. I'm aware it's gone. I'm aware of not going back. I like to think 99% of fans are aware of that and have accepted that too. I actually like to think it's 100%, but I like to leave myself a little bit of wiggle room, so we'll say 99%. But it still doesn't necessarily mean the London Stadium, while you get over that, doesn't necessarily mean the London Stadium automatically becomes home or feels like home. Because when we first moved in, I didn't like it. I actively disliked it for various reasons. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be in regards to sort of the sales brochure from the club, if you like. And I don't think it helped that I didn't really want to move in the first place. And I am quite a stubborn person, you know, and it probably did come down to a large part of it, be my personality of a stubborn person, is to almost cross my arms saying I'm not going to like this stadium. So I turned up and probably found the faults a bit more easily than I should have done because I decided I wasn't going to like it before I moved in. Anyway, today, 2022, I still don't like it, but I'd say I no longer dislike it. I'm neutral. I'm neutral to the London Stadium. Neither like it nor dislike it. But I want to like it. I do. I want it to feel like home. I'll have to, because we're here for a very long time. West Ham will still be playing at the London Stadium in some capacity. It may not be the London Stadium as it is today, but we'll still be playing at London Stadium when I'm dead. When I'm 6 foot under, or I'm in a bin bag bobbing about in the North Sea, fuel costs are going up. We've got to do whatever is the most cost effective. I'm going to be in a black bag in the North Sea, I'm type. But when I'm bobbing about in there, feeding the fishes, West Ham will still be playing at the London Stadium. So between now and then, I'd like to enjoy it a bit more. I'd like it to feel like home. I think tomorrow night is massive for that. I think tomorrow night's game against Sevilla will help me, allow me to take a big stride forward in that sense. And because when you get a new gaff, right, when you get a new house, it's not home straight away, is it? It's a building. It's a new building that you're either renting or you're buying, you've just bought, so you move in. But until you fill it up with your possessions, until you redecorate it, you need to do those things before it feels like home. But you also need one other thing I'll get onto in a second. But that's what West Ham have done. We've moved into London Stadium now, and over the years they have tried their best to make it a bit more West Ham-lay, a bit more home for West Ham. And I think the club have made an effort, to be fair. I mean, on the concourse, it's undeniably where West Ham United play their home football now. And they're doing their best with the stands. You know, they've squared off the Bobby Moore, they've squared off the Sir Trev. They're looking at trying to get the West Ham move forward as well. You know, they've renamed it the Billy Bond stand, it feels like recently too. But they have made an effort there. And I think they have improved the ground over the last, I still can't believe it's 6 years. But over the last 6 years, I certainly think they've improved things. There has been massive improvements at the London Stadium. But the third part of making it a home is memories, isn't it? You need memories in order for it to become a home. Because along with memories comes emotional attachment. We can all think of a house right now. It might be the one you're currently sat in watching this. Might be your last one. Or you might be away to move and you're hoping it's the next one. But for whatever reason, you will have memories in that house that makes it feel like a home. It could be where your firstborn was born, or just your second or third or fourth, depends how many you've got. It could be where you got married, whatever. It could be your first house you purchased and you're proud of being able to purchase your first house and get on the property ladder. It could be a whole host of reasons that you've got memories attached to that house and it feels like a home. And that's what I need at London Stadium, more memories, more good memories, because the memories thus far feel like it's avoiding relegation, but it's celebrating avoiding relegation. You know, I wasn't at the game last year when we beat Southampton on the final day with £10,000 there to qualify for European football, so I don't have that memory. I'd imagine the 10,000 were there have got that. I remember when we qualified for European football at the London Stadium. Of course you will, you were there, you witnessed it. You're not going to forget that in a hurry, are you? Tomorrow night's going to be a memory. It is going to be, regardless of the result. We're playing knockout football in the Europa League. We will give 100%. The atmosphere will be immense tomorrow night. It will definitely be the best atmosphere I've ever experienced at London Stadium, and I cannot wait. Now, before I start blathering about the stadium a little bit more, plus I've got Sevilla squad to show you, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. We're talking about big occasions for West Ham, big nights for West Ham, but what about big occasions and big nights for you gentlemen? Well, you need to make sure you're prepared, and the best way to do that by making sure you've got a Lawnmower 4. Get yourself prepared downstairs for the big action, for the big events, so you don't disappoint. You can use it in the shower as well. It's the best place to use it. Speaking from experience, not going to lie, best place to use it. It's got the torch as well. The torch you didn't know you needed, but trust me, once you go torch, you can't go back. The Lawnmower 4 does everything you need downstairs, but if that's not all for you, they've also got their own cologne out as well, so you can look good and smell good. But because they're sponsoring Hammers Chat, we're giving you 20% off absolutely everything on their website, plus free shipping. Head over to Manscaped. We'll put all the link and all the details in the description below if you forget. Just have a look below. Head on over there, have a look around their website, get whatever you need in your basket to look after your hairs up here and down there. Put in the code Hammers Chat all one word, no space, Hammers Chat one word, and it'll just take 20% off your bill. Simple as that. Plus free shipping straight to your door. Happy days. Anyway, back to the London Stadium. And to some extent, I guess it doesn't really matter what I think, because, well, it does to some extent, doesn't it? But the future generations won't know. It's a bit like when elderly people, not a bit like Gonzo, when old people like Gonzo talk to me about the terraces at the Bowling Ground. I don't know. I've never experienced them. I've only ever experienced all-seater stadiums in the Premier League. Never experienced anything else. Obviously, I've experienced grounds now where you have to stand, but it's a bit different, isn't it? I've never experienced that at a home match for West Ham United. So when they speak about it, about how they miss it, and they say Upton Park was never the same, I mean, I don't disagree with them. I just can't agree with them. And now we've got today's sort of kids as West Ham fans, the next generation of West Ham fans. They've never experienced the Bowling Ground, so they can't miss it. So eventually, you can't miss what you don't have, kind of thing. Do you know what I'm trying to badly say? They will only ever know the London Stadium. So this whole negative Nelly over here that says it doesn't feel like home to me, I'll be wiped out eventually. Once I'm in the North Sea bobbing around, fuel costs, save money. The next generation won't know any different. They will love the London Stadium. It will be home to them like that because they know no different. Anyway, basically, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. I hope it becomes a memory. It makes me like and warm to the London Stadium a little bit more than I did today, time of recording. Hopefully Friday, the London Stadium feels a bit more like home. Looking forward to it. Anyway, here's the Sevilla squad. This is the good bit, isn't it? I'm done with the blathering part about the London Stadium now. The Sevilla squad. I'm going to run through it very quickly, give you a little lowdown of where we're at compared to the first leg. So they've got a few players back, but they're also missing a couple. Let's start with a couple of missing. Good news. Cunha, their left back in the first leg, I thought was man of match. He is missing. He's injured. He has not travelled to London, so he won't be involved tomorrow night. And Ocampos, who arguably is their best attacking player, got suspended right at the death. When Declan Rice dragged someone up off the ground and someone came over and pushed him, that was Ocampos. So he and Declan Rice got booked. The difference is that was Ocampos' third yellow card of the European campaign and is suspended for the second leg. So Declan tussling with somebody who said he had cramp, ended up getting their best player suspended for this game. Such a needless booking for him to pick up, but happy days. It gives us a bit of a boost. But Sevilla's had a bit of a boost as well. So number 2 on the list, Montiel, that's their right back, Gonzalo Montiel, their sort of first choice right back, has returned. We've also got number 18, Delaney, used to play sort of centre midfield for Dortmund. He's at Sevilla, returned at the weekend as well, scored for them at the weekend. And then a few places under him. We've also got number 25, Fernando, the former Manchester City defensive midfielder. I imagine both of them will start. Fernando and Delaney will start in alongside either Jordan, number 8, or number 10, Rakitic, who's also returned for Sevilla. So they've got quite a few players coming back from injury and suspension, but they're also missing a couple as well. But one player they are missing, that was missing last week, is Diego Carlos, their centre back. So he is a first choice centre back. Koundé, I think, is world class, but I think Carlos is an elite centre back too. He was missing last week. He's also missing again for tomorrow evening, which means that Gudelj, number 6, will remain, partnering Koundé at centre back. So good news and bad news from a West Ham perspective, looking at that Sevilla squad for tomorrow night. But that's their 25-man squad that they will have at the London Stadium. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there. Looking forward to it massively. Really, really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting on the road tomorrow, getting down to London. I'll see Gonzo for the first time tomorrow since COVID. I've not seen him since COVID in person. Obviously, I've seen him on the webcam, spoke to him on the phone 101 times, but I've not seen him in person since pre-COVID and stuff. And so usually one of us has to stay at home to do the videos, the other one goes to games. But tomorrow night, it's such a special occasion. We've both said bugger it. Poor old Charlie's going to have to do everything himself. So I'll see Gonzo and a few other people on the boats who I've not seen in a long time, actually. I'm really, really looking forward to tomorrow night. But of course, tonight, Wednesday night, we've got Spurs are playing. I know Arsenal are playing Liverpool, but I've given up on Arsenal. They're just going to get 4. But Tottenham are playing Brighton. Some big game for West Ham tonight in the Premier League too. Praying Brighton can do us a bit of a favour ahead of Sunday in our aspiration for European football. Because this is what I still find mental. Tomorrow night we've got European football, but even if the worst case scenario happens, which I don't think it will, I've still got this incredible belief. I think we all have this incredible belief and optimism that we're going to go through and be in the draw on Friday morning for the quarterfinals and semi-finals of the Europa League. But even if the worst happens and we go out, we can immediately turn our attention back to the Premier League, because we're still in the hunt for the top 6 and we're getting European football back to back, which is incredible. You know, someone commented on the video. I did the video the other day about the win on Villa being our most important win for these reasons. Someone said, I think it'd be more impressive in a weird way to qualify for European football back to back via the Premier League than to win the Europa League. And I completely get what he meant, by the way, and I agree with him. To qualify for the European football via the league 2 seasons in a row, West Ham, that's a 76 game achievement, isn't it? 30 games last season get European football, 38 games again this season. If we get 6th place or above this year in Premier League, that's a 76 game achievement. That's mental. Anyway, tomorrow night's all about a 1 game achievement. I cannot wait. I can't wait. This is the last you'll see of me until Friday morning or tomorrow night, late tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing for videos with reviews and stuff. I'll discuss it with Gonzo, but I'm definitely rambling now. I'm going to disappear. Apologies for keeping you so long, but yeah, tomorrow night, London Stadium. I'm hoping it comes a bit more like home, and it probably sounds quite negative, but it's meant to be positive. It is meant to be a positive thing. But if you enjoyed this video somehow, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Myself and Gonzo, catch you in a bit.